All right, everybody, this is Fat Jesus Live. We are starting. Let's go. What's up? Right on, baby! Let's go! This is Fat Jesus Live! Thank you so much for tuning in on the Fat Jesus Live show. We are rocking and rolling right now. Woo! Get my cardio up. Get my drink on. Oh yeah, stirring it up. Spilled a little bit. It's a little sticky. It's a self-stirrer. Look at it, lights up underneath. Has my mushroom coffee in there. Yeah. Nice and healthy. So I'm loving it. All right. All right, we got some music going on. If you guys are interested, I use Epidemic Sounds. Epidemic Sounds, I paid for it yearly. And it's not mainstream music, but, you know, it just softens the background noise. All right, see if you guys like it. Jonathan, Peter. Oh! And the man. Dude, he has to move back and forth with the waves. Those waves are going. Look at how big the waves are. Yeah. Yeah, good luck. Bro, he's struggling. He probably threw up after that. Whoa, no. He must have been struggling so bad. $39A. Remember that. I was there. I was there. I saw it. I grew up there. Wow. Crazy. Wow. I love this guy, dude. Bro, he was slinging pizza. Wow. Wow. From the bottom to the top. Yep. But his management efforts, the way he managed it, that was the best. He put it together. Save some money. What's up, Bullet? Or watching SpaceX. That's not accurate. That's not accurate. Damn. That's not accurate about the moon. They're planning on dropping Starship on its side. Okay. Remember, they're planning on when they land Starship on the moon, they're planning on dropping Starship on its side, and then all the modules will be side to side like this. Because imagine being right side up, it's being different floors in the module, and it's being like that, and it's so tall. It's insane tall, climbing up and down inside a big, massive, elongated rocket. It doesn't make any sense. So what makes sense is if they take the rocket and they land it on the side, then you got this long tube, which will be multiple floors, but not as many. I mean, you're talking about an Empire State Building. It's massive. We're talking about like 42 floors, you know? And it's ridiculously high. It's ridiculously. So landing it on its side, on the ground, is the most intelligible thing to do. And then open up the side to let the stuff out. So that is not the last thing. And having an elevator up and down where the crane might break, that's more breaking parts. That's not sensible. That picture was not sensible. It's one of the ideas, and they're not showing you the last iteration. They're saving it for later. But the more breaking parts there are, the worse it is. I'm just telling you guys, it's not sensible. This thing is huge, guys. So massive. The people are this small, tiny. That rocket is freaking huge. If there was a person, if you put a person in there, like, look at the floors. Look at the floors. That's not a floor. There's like 5 floors between each of those. Guys, Right here. You see my little hand? Look at that. Look at the railing. That's the size of a human right there. Right here. That's how big this thing is. Freaking huge. It's huge. You could live in that rocket engine. One rocket engine. You could have an apartment. $32 apartments right there. No lie. 32 apartments. I'm being serious. I'm not playing games. Oh my gosh. $56. Woo! Woo! I know that guy in the glasses. I met him. Not him. The guy on the left. I seen him over there in Florida at SpaceX. He's one of the news engineers. Media engineers. It's camera guys. They got backup redundancy. Oh. 34, 33 seconds, 32, 31, 30, 29. Of course, this is late, so we're a few seconds late. Dude, they painted the rocket engines black because it's a special coating. And they're recycling the fire boost. It's a brand new system. Woo! 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 Oh shit! God damn! God, Ezekiel! Circles and circles! Oh my God, that's so loud. Oh, I can feel it in my soul. Look at the acres of land. Look at all the acres. God damn. Woo! Go, 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 go. Oh man. Okay, let's be serious. Let's get serious. Look at that. Look at the flow. Dude, the cameras they have on there is like 8K. You see the fins? They only added 3 fins. 3 fins. Instead of 4, they put 3 fins. And they made the fins bigger. Oh my God. Oh my God, they launched it. They launched it. I can't believe it. Oh, one of the engines are out on the bottom down here. Look down here on the bottom left. Okay, the engines are turning off. They're showing what engines are turned off, which ones are still on. Okay, remember the engines do move around. They're separation. There it goes. That's our beautiful baby. It's going home. It's going home. Oh, I love it when it goes home. It actually lands on his legs. But this time it has to land in the ocean. Yeah. For safety. For safety reasons, it's landing back in the Gulf. Hopefully they landed back in the arms. Look at the camera view, guys. Flat earthers, the earth is round. The earth is round. It does look a little flat right there. It looks a little flat. It's rounded. It's rounded right there on the edges. Bro. Look at the tiles right here. One of the tiles fell off. You saw that? They're concerned for the tiles. The tiles, they're stuck on with crazy glue. No, I'm just kidding. But it's okay if it's missing a few. Uh-oh. Yeah. Bro, this thing is huge. Huge. It's massive. Of course, it's not the size of the Empire State Building anymore. It's half the size of the Empire State Building. Let's go! Thank you for the follow! What did she say? Are they gonna do the tower? Oh, we didn't see it? They didn't show us the booster? They didn't show us the booster? We didn't get a chance to see the booster? What happened? What happened? Let's find out if somebody got... Check out those engines, baby. Oh. Nice. Let's see. Oh, I mean, we don't see the booster. What happened to the booster? That's the booster? Oh, that's the booster. Okay, so that's the booster, guys. The booster was coming back. I think we lost the booster. It shouldn't have disappeared so early. Well, we got to count on this. This is the most important part right here. These are all the SpaceX employees that work for SpaceX. Oh, look at the tiles on the wings. Some of these tiles that they have on there are testing. These are tested tiles. These are different types of tiles that they're testing due to heat. Yeah, it is. Get connected to. That's a beautiful rocket. Look at that. And it looks like it's flying on its side. Here we go. Here we go. Watch, testing. Testing. It's a beautiful view. This is really good. Really good for being up in space. That's actually better than NASA. That's better than NASA. And it's really cold up there, by the way. Look how beautiful the Earth is. So beautiful. Earth is so beautiful. I'd say this is the 10th wonder of the world. There's the 9th wonder of the world. It's supposed to be Andre the Giant. This is the 10th wonder of the world because nothing is like this at all. Nobody has a rocket this big. Not Russia. Nobody. Even the Apollo rocket, because it has a little pointy thing that sticks out of it, that doesn't count. No pointiness. Don't even start. Don't even start. Thickness. Big. Look at that payload on that. Dude, these are huge satellites. There's the door. It's opening. This is set up to they're simulators though. They're not real. Oh, they got cameras on the satellite. So cool. Cool. Pez motion here. A Pez is a Pez dispenser. It's a candy that comes out when you flip the head of the candy opera. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Woo! All right, space junk. Yeah. Space junk. Woo! Yeah. Useless space junk. All right, let's go. We're testing. The serrated blade, whoever's out there, it'll start spinning around the earth. Now become a flying weapon. Woo! They're gonna be cheering for each one going out. Yeah, I made the chain for that. No, I'm just kidding. That's one of them. I made the gears on the left side. I made the right side. Dude, the equipment that they use is super lightweight equipment, so it's not heavy equipment. Lightweight equipment. It's expensive. And then it's gonna be thrown away. Billions of dollars. Yeah. Oh. Did it get stuck? There it goes. There it goes. It kind of goes. It kind of goes. So they got solar arrays. So they're not space junk. They're actually workable. Look at the icing. What if there was a stowaway, guys? Some crazy person and start floating away. It just floats by. And the camera, like, they'll be like, click and get it. Switch view. Switch view. The hell is that? USA! 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 They are enjoying themselves. $60. That's a lot. Next week it's V4. And remember, Falcon 9 is smaller than that. So these are massive satellites. Remember, this is just nothing. Yep, you see that? Look at that. I'm sure it's going to be faster later on. We're waiting for the last two. Oh, no kidding. And then the next two flights is going to be a lot faster. We really don't care about these things. They care about it, but we don't care. We care about the Mars or moon mission. Our brains are wired for the moon mission. Guys, the reason why they talk about Starlink a lot, they're appeasing to the stock market and the private stocks of the people that invested money in Starlink to make money. That's all they're doing. And the people that pour money into this that's all they're talking to them. They're not talking to us. All we care about is the moon mission. We just want to see where all our tax dollars are going to. And we just want to know how they're going to be putting this rocket on the moon. That's all we care about. But there's a lot of money to be made in Starlink. Now, SpaceX will be going public next month, or this month coming up. So some of you that want to invest in SpaceX, you're going to have a hard time paying for the initial money, because the stock that's going to go out there are private stocks. The private stocks that go out there are going to cost like around $1,000, $2,000. It's going to be insanely expensive. You're not going to be able to afford it when it comes out. Only people that are rich, that have Bitcoin. It's going to be really expensive to invest in SpaceX. They're going to make back their money. When it goes public, it's going to be the most insane moment in history. Bigger than Google and Apple and Coca-Cola put together. That's why I'm streaming this. It's gonna go public next week. Here we go, the cameras. Last two. It's our cameras. This is it. Here we go. We're 27 minutes in. This is fast, guys. 27 minutes. This is it. Last two. That was the first one and the second one. They both have cameras. Here we go. I'm going to turn off my camera. Here we go. Here we go. Wow. Dude, they went throughout the whole bit. That's beautiful. Look how beautiful that looks inside. Doors closed. Where's the camera view? Did I miss it? Are we watching it from the outside? Or is that just the camera moving around? I don't see the outside camera, do you? I'm a little frustrated right now. Everybody is clapping, but we don't see the camera from the last two satellites. All right, I'm a little frustrated with that too as well. You guys see it? I'm looking at other people's videos to see if they didn't see anything either. I'm a bit frustrated. All I see is the camera from the Starship. Is it let down? I don't think they're able to access the camera. They're having issues with access. Oh boy. Oh boy. Houston, we are having a problem. Houston, we have a problem. I'm gonna type in X to see if it travels to Restream because I'm using Restream.
All right, coming up on 40 minutes into the flight, and we should start hitting the reentry period in the next 7 minutes or so. You'll start to see a light show building up. As we had talked about, we did skip that on-orbit relight of the Raptor engine. It was not needed for our trajectory or anything. We are on this suborbital trajectory to splash down in the Indian Ocean. We are going to attempt a landing burn. We'll see how they perform when we get there. And just a reminder, we are going to be stressing the ship on the way in. We're going to intentionally do a maneuver through that maneuver, and then we'll be doing kind of a final banking turn before we get to a landing burn. So all that coming up in a few minutes. The light show should start beginning real soon.
Minus 10. We're at T minus 1.
Continuing to watch. So boot 3R back end.
Downrange. 4, 4, 3.
Two.
Ignition.
There it is again. You guys didn't hear it. There it is.
Pitching downrange.
Super loud.
Booster Raptor, chamber pressure nominal.
What a beautiful rocket.
All right, we are T plus 30 seconds into flight. Seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor 3 engines on booster V3. Ascending over the Gulf now, coming up on maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Booster and ship, avionics power, telemetry nominal.
Systems looking good. We're just passing through the period of maximum dynamic pressure. A little over a minute into flight now. Vibrations chilling out here at Star Factory as we continue to watch Starship Flight 12 arc out over the Gulf. The next major thing coming up is going to be hot staging.
Booster prop systems nominal.
Reminder, we do what's our version of MECO. Most engines cut off, so we're going to shut down all but 5 of the Raptor engines on the booster. And then after that happens, we're going to ignite the 6 engines on ship while it is still attached. We have clamps that hold the 2 together.
That's amazing.
Those are going to retract inside of that hot stage ring, kind of protect them. Looks like we had one of the engines go out, still flying on 32 of the Raptor engines. But again, once we get the hot staging, those 6 engines on the ship are
I'm just
going
thinking
to
about
ignite.
how to edit this.
We're going to do it in a little bit different of a sequence on version 3. Essentially, those 3 RVAC engines will ignite first. Almost immediately after, just one of those central engines is going to ignite, and that's going to give the booster a bit of a kick, sending it in a known direction, followed shortly after by the other 2. We're through MECO.
Huge separation.
There you go, successful hot staging separation. We are not seeing as many booster engines ignite as we expected for boost back, but we are seeing 6 good engines lit on ship. It looks like we just had an early boost back shutdown. Again, a reminder, the booster was planned to essentially head into the Gulf for a splashdown, but it has shut its engines down early on into boost back. And we just see one of the RVAC, so we're now running on 5 engines on ship. We do have engine out capability, so it's going to continue into its ascent.
So
You got booster on the left
okay,
there.
yeah.
ship
So
on the
this is
right.
the booster. Yeah, the booster is on the left.
Ship avionics power
Again,
and
we are
telemetry
not
nominal.
planning on bringing the booster back for this flight, as this was the very first time.
We want to see the booster to come back and land on the chopsticks. We have been
All right, so we're about
waiting
3
for
minutes,
that.
50 seconds into today's flight. Just a reminder that the ship planned to burn its engines for about 8 minutes and change. About 8 minutes and 11 seconds was our planned timeline for today. That could shift slightly as we do have one engine out, running on one fewer RVACs. Again, continuing to watch. So booster did not complete its boost back burn. We did not see all of the engines ignite that we expected. Are continuing to get some views from it though. That's going to make a splashdown somewhere in the Gulf. Reminder: we clear air, sea space, everything for these launches. All right, so we are coming up on T plus 5 minutes. Ship continuing to fire 5 of the 6. Standing by for callouts, making sure ship's on its planned trajectory. Again, we are planning a suborbital trajectory for the ship today. Booster giving us some views as it continues to make its way back down towards the water. All right, so a little over 5.5 minutes in flight. Kate, Jake, you guys with me? It looks like booster's starting to come in hot.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to stand outside to watch launch, and wow, that was incredible.
Yeah, that was really loud, really shaky, and I was actually surprised how fast the booster got off the pad, or the whole stack. That was quite incredible.
Absolutely.
There it
So we have
is.
views here from the booster coming back down, making its way into the Gulf. Pretty cool to
We have
see.
healthy chamber pressures on 5 out of 6 ship Raptor engines.
Great news there
Landing
for
startup.
Starship.
And there it is, landing in the water. It's about
Once again,
the
we were not going to bring the
Yeah, so there's
super
the
heavy boosters
ocean.
back to the tower.
That
We
was
were
the end of
planning
that.
on having it land in the Gulf.
Yeah. We don't see it anymore. All right, let's go back to present.
Welcome back to Starship Flight 12, the first test flight of Starship version 3. As Dan mentioned earlier, we were able to make contact with the
Let's get live.
deployment, and as you may have seen, we got some sweet views of those sats looking back. Is re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. This is the plasma starting to build up on the exterior of the vehicle. Now, we do not plan to recover the spacecraft today, but rapid and reliable reusability is the ultimate goal.
Yeah, that's right. And re-entry is a critical phase of flight, and we need information on how the ship's systems perform. Re-entry is an extremely demanding portion of flight where we essentially have to scrub all of the energy we use to launch the rocket back off in reverse. So the 18 million pounds of thrust that we had off 33 of those Raptor engines,
Just a little.
just a little. We're now, and then another, several minute burn on the ship. We're now basically undoing all that energy here via aerodynamic braking, essentially. And of course, Starlink is a big part of it, as that's what allows us to actually gather this data and show these live views.
Wow.
And again, data gathering
it's
is
coming
really the main
down
reason why
right
we're doing
now.
these flight tests.
It's
So
coming
Starlink
down.
provides us just one more path to collect that data that ultimately allows us to rapidly iterate Starship's design.
Now, if ship manages to make
Imagine
re-entry, we'll collect
Imagine
on the spacecraft
being
on Earth's atmosphere
a
at
passenger,
speeds, which is
and this is ending up in the Indian Ocean.
sound.
It takes
Anticipate that it might be
12
a bit of
hours
re-entry,
to get
so
from here
how far we get.
in Texas all the way to India.
Where we don't have communications with the
That's
spacecraft
50
because
minutes. 50 minutes.
orbital velocity,
Rocket up.
roughly 8
They're
kilometers
50 minutes to get to India.
for those of us that
Imagine that. You guys are not
The
thinking.
spacecraft is moving through the atmosphere and it creates that.
You guys are not thinking how fast it is to fly from one part of the earth to the other on this rocket. Just 50 minutes. 15 minutes. I wonder how much that will cost rocket fuel wise. That would be
Of course,
crazy.
thinking long term here, Starship is designed to land on Mars.
Dude,
where
you
there are no
instantly will
runways or other
get to where you need to go.
out. That's where we're going with the propulsive
That's the
landing
future.
instead of a
The
more
future of
traditional
flight is not airplane anymore. It'll be rocket ships.
propulsive landing. Not only again is it more cool, but it enables a more rapidly reusable rocket.
Yeah. Now we should hear some call outs as the ship makes its way back to Earth. When we hear entry max heating and entry max Q, that means the ship has made it through the maximum heating and aerodynamic loads.
On the bottom right hand corner, that's the location of where it is right now.
So if we make it
On
through
the
those, we're
in
doing
space
well.
around the earth.
And you can see in the bottom left right now, we're at 23,500 kilometers per hour speed. That's just a crazy number to think about.
Yeah, it is. It's a
But
crazy
As
number.
we keep progressing the mission, we are going to hear a call out when the ship is transonic and then subsonic. So transonic refers to the period of flight where the velocities of airflow surrounding and flowing past the vehicle are concurrently below, at, and above the speed of sound, kind of in that Mach 0.8 to 1.2 range. And for reference, commercial jets have a range of cruising speeds, but mostly fly around Mach 0.74 to Mach 0.85. And after we hear the call out that Starship is transonic, we should hear the call out when Starship is subsonic. This refers to speeds that are much less than the speed of sound, so at this point in the flight, ship's velocity will be slowing down.
We definitely have a crowd still here in the lobby of SpaceX headquarters down here at Starbase Texas. Everyone is, loves watching ship re-entry. It's always such amazing colors. This must be what it feels like to be one of those
Yeah, it is.
praying mantis shrimp. Can't remember exactly what the name is, but the ones that see in billions of colors. This is the closest I feel to being one of those.
Yep. I think one other thing that's cool to point out right now is look in the bottom right, you can see where we are on a globe there. We're squarely in the Indian Ocean already, and we've only been flying for 53 minutes. So pretty crazy. We went all the way from Texas to the Indian Ocean in less than an hour.
She flies pretty fast.
It flies very fast.
All right, so the light show continuing. We are through the period of peak heating. We'll be looking at the peak pressure coming up in the next couple of minutes. The next 10 minutes are probably going to be the spiciest of entry today. As a reminder, we are going to be doing some stress work on this ship where we're going to do a maneuver where we kind of kick the nose up to fully deploy those aft flaps to really get a good test of the structural strength of that part of the ship. We did that on one previous flight test on version 2. We're going to try and do that today. Since we did skip the in-space burn, we're carrying a little bit of extra propellant in our header tanks up in the nose, and so that's going to put a little bit of extra stress on those forward flaps as we come in. So we will see if they're able to hold through that re-entry. So that will be another watch item. We did skip that in-space burn, but we are expecting at least 2 of those sea-level engines to try and ignite for a landing burn. We entered the entry period in a good attitude, so hopefully making our way to the targeted splashdown point. We got that started
just heard on the nets there that engine chill has started. So essentially what that means is we are prepping the landing engines by getting them down to temperature ahead of that landing burn later in the mission here.
And on a lot of our previous flight tests, we've been removing a bunch of the tiles. If you watched those, we were really intentionally trying to push ship beyond its limits. On the last flight, we even had basically a hole get punched into the liquid oxygen tank that you could see when we did the landing burn into the ocean. The ship was still able to make it. Right now, we're really going to be testing the structural strength of these flaps on the way in. This is a flight test. We're trying to intentionally find where our limits are. And in this view, you're looking at a whole bunch of tiles. I think Jay talked about it earlier. We bonded some additional tiles to the leeward, or kind of the metal side of the Starship, to see how those different bonding techniques would hold up. And looking like we've got quite a bit still attached.
Yeah, and as we're going down through the atmosphere here, we are at about Mach 16.1.
Mach
So still extremely fast,
16?
although we have
Holy moly,
some
dude.
problems
That would
with,
break our
substantial
necks.
amount
That's
of our speed
crazy.
already.
Can we travel?
Altitude at
Look that up,
levels
guys.
within
Mach
60 kilometers.
16. Can we travel that fast? Mach 16?
All right, we're about 8 minutes away from our targeted landing and splashdown time. Again, this is when the ship's going to start really
Ship
getting
is
put
approaching
through the
the
ringer.
end of the peak heating region.
Just heard the call out, getting to the end of the peak heating, so the highest temperature the Starship's going to see during its re-entry.
This camera angle changes as it is attached to the forward flap on Starship, so we're actually experiencing the articulation of that hardware, helping to steer the ship down for its precise landing in the Indian Ocean.
Yep, that is just a really cool, kind of cool piece of perspective there. I know some people say it makes them a little seasick, but I definitely love it. It makes it feel like you're really riding along with the ship on the way down.
Yeah, and aside from just looking cool, all these camera views providing just really critical data on how the heat shield, how the flaps themselves are holding up. That's why we've got these in the flaps and then all scattered all around the ship so you can see how they hold up. There's some internal to the vehicle too and we're getting all of this video back via Starlink. Even as we're just enshrouded in plasma, we're able to kind of operate at a high enough frequency to punch through, and that is blue ocean and sunlight you're seeing just beyond the flap. So we are coming down into daylight, hopefully splashing down in the next 6 minutes or so in the Indian Ocean. We've still got a couple maneuvers lined up where we're going to be really stressing the flaps on the ship. So
Ship has passed through the peak heating region. External temperatures are coming down.
Wow, that is incredible news. As Dan mentioned, we were expecting this reentry to be super spicy, but excellent news that we're now past that period of peak heating and that now the external temperatures are starting to decrease. These heat shield tiles there on the belly of the ship really doing a ton of work to burn off all of that inertia that the vehicle had prior to re-entering the atmosphere.
Yeah, and you can tell by the G meter down on the bottom right that
What's up, Missing 9374? This is the Starship.
we're scrubbing off all that energy like Kate
What's up, Wizard? Welcome to Fat Jesus live stream. You can just hit that follow button.
just about 5 minutes or so to go. We're coming
I
up
need your
shortly
patronage.
on
Oh, yeah.
Really called the
You
flap
you get to
flaps
see me. I have it turned off right now.
on the ship, and you're going to see those aft flaps, the ones at the very bottom, fully deploy.
Ship is at peak dynamic pressure.
And we're now at peak pressure.
Ship
Check
flap
that
load
out. It's
test is
coming
started.
down. Oh yeah, they're shifting it. So those little tiles on the wings, they're testing. Some of them fell off.
Looks like it's holding.
Nice.
Again, the intent of that was to put just a lot of extra stress on those aft flaps. We are
Oh, you got it?
the forward ones too, to see a little bit of extra stress as we've got a little more propellant in our header tanks.
You had to close the light for a second.
Ship flap load test is complete.
And we're through that test.
There we go. And we just did that test at Mach 7. Just
I'm gonna move my my live camera
fast.
so you can see the Earth. Hold on.
All right, we are just about 3.5 minutes or so away from our targeted landing burn. Again, we're expecting to try and see 2 of these Raptor engines light for the landing burn. Nominally,
There we go.
plan for 3, but we're gonna
Look how beautiful the Earth is. I mean, they got an amazing camera. 4K, man. I mean, not even 4K. I think that's an 8K camera.
RTLS banking maneuver.
And that right there.
This
so we're
is
starting a maneuver.
I'm streaming in
When we
4K
come
right
back
now.
to Starbase, or when we plan to come back to Starbase, the trajectory is designed so we'll essentially swing out over the Gulf and do a swoop maneuver.
You could lower the resolution if you want.
Hours for catch. And so
I wouldn't,
we are
because it's
doing
amazing. It's
that
beautiful. The colors.
maneuver as we head towards our targeted splashdown in the Indian Ocean.
I tell you what, man. The colors. The Earth is vibrant.
RTLS
Vibrant.
Return to launch site. So definitely a pretty cool thing we're demoing here on the ship. You know, as in the future. we are gonna
The
be
camera
able to
view,
bring
the
ship
video
back to
view
launch site, which is
is so much
super
better
cool and
than the last
But if we
11
wanna
flights.
test out these maneuvers, these principles prior to actually bringing the hardware back to the pad. This is the same reason why we were, intentionally not trying to bring the booster back to the pad. So we're trying
They're landing it right now.
developmental phase of the
It is
vehicle,
slowly heading down to the Indian Ocean.
what a test flight is.
Absolutely.
Dynamic pressure is coming down.
All
And
right.
you missed the part where they deployed the Starlink satellites.
I'd say we're in a
They were fake ones, but they have solar panels on them.
Power slide. We're about 90 seconds away from our anticipated landing burn.
Both.
Clouds
The
coming up,
the quality is very important.
planet.
Starship is subsonic and is on target.
The location, they always landed in the Indian Ocean.
The crowd here reacting to that call out, letting us know
Dude,
that we are on target.
Look how beautiful the clouds are.
Landing in the Indian Ocean. This will once again
So
be
beautiful.
soft
It's gonna be dark though, because right now, oh, actually it's morning.
chatted with earlier. They are
It's morning. Actually, it's daytime over there. It's morning.
once again, this is the
Yep.
first flight of our completely redesigned Starship version 3.
The sun is just rising in the Indian Ocean.
A few years ago, this is very much the same regime that we're in here. So we're sub 15 kilometers, executing what we call the belly flip maneuver.
Yes, serial number 8. The
It might
first-
be a little dark
I remember it well.
because it's just early morning over there. I got my own music playing in the background from Epidemic Sounds.
Some really amazing views of the Earth as the ship is coming back home. Thanks, Starlink.
Are those cracks on the sides? Looks like the paint is cracking.
Yeah, you can see the aft flap there making minor corrections.
Starship is turning for final approach to landing site.
So the previous starships.
And a full turn.
Oh, it's turning. Minor corrections.
Yeah, Starship doesn't fly like an airplane. It's a lot more like a skydiver. Full belly flop on the way down using
Like a
those
skydiver.
to arms to help change the path of the air over you. Coming up real soon. Again, going for landing burn, trying to light 2 of these Raptor sea level engines.
All right, I'm gonna lower the music a little bit.
Burn startup.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
2
Oh, oh, oh. Oh, yeah, there it is, landing on the water. Woo!
Good shot time.
There it is. Boo! Boo, 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 yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Absolutely wild. At the beginning of the show,
Yeah! Woo!
and I'd say Starship.
USA! 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 Woo!
As you can tell, the teams are incredibly proud of what we just saw.
Yeah, V3 definitely showed up. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've pretty happy crowd in the control room behind me. I will say it's perhaps the most excited I've seen a lot of people in a really long time. On target landing. Wow. Actually, let's jump over. Hey Tyler, how's everyone holding up and off board?
We're having a great time, Dan. Thank you so much. That was another exciting Starship flight in the books, and we hope that you enjoy those awesome Starlink views. So congratulations to the team at Starbase and everyone here and around the company. So many employees have contributed to the Starship program as we continue to iterate and make progress towards a multi-planetary future. So that wraps it up for us here at Comfort. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Woo!
So just to recap, we left
Dan the man!
Once we were on orbit with the ship, we were able to get through our payload deployment, 22 satellites, the 20 simulators, the 2 Dodger Dogs, which successfully turned on cameras. We'll see if we got any more views from those. So obviously stick around.
Mr. Technical.
The Raptor relay
Without Dan, we wouldn't know anything.
on target landing in the Indian Ocean. You saw those views. Starship made it. It's been a long time coming. We're really excited to see this vehicle fly, and there are several more on the way. So that's going to do it for me up here. Send it back down to Kate and Jake and everybody who I hope is at least a little bit excited down in Star Factory.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane down here. We would, of course, want to thank the fine people of
I'm gonna play this for you. Hold on.
I'm still
there as well as the pad itself.
on half.
Kid.
9,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition! This is the part you missed.
we have liftoff.
Empire State Building liftoff. That's how big this thing is and how thick it is. It's so big. Like a little tiny human on that thing. Little tiny human in between. Thing is so huge. 30. It's like 33 rockets underneath that thing.
Booster Raptor, chamber pressure nominal.
All right, we are
You can have a tiny apartment in each rocket.
33 out of 33 Raptor 3 engines booster V3 ascending over the Gulf now, coming up on maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Booster and ship, avionics power, telemetry nominal.
Systems looking good. We're just passing through the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
That was epic. That was so epic.
A little over a minute into flight now. Vibrations chilling out here. And
Check that out.
Factory as we continue to watch.
You like that or what?
12 mark out over the Gulf. The next major thing coming up is going to be
That's for you, Wizard.
staging.
Booster prop systems nominal.
Reminder, we do what's our version of MECO. Most engines cut off, so we're going to shut down all but 5 of the Raptor engines on the booster. And then after that happens, we're going to ignite the 6 engines on ship while it is still attached. We have clamps that hold the 2 together. Those are going to retract inside of that hot stage ring, kind of protect them.
Look at the speed. 3,600. Dude, it is freaking amazing. I wish I was there.
Of the Raptor engine.
I always loved watching the space shuttle launch when I was a kid. Oh,
6 engines on
you
the
cannot believe how amazing it is to watch a rocket launch.
We're going to do it in a little bit.
Your heart just wants to leap out of your body.
Of a sequence on
Freaking
version
amazing.
3. Essentially, those 3 RBAC engines will
And this is even more so because you feel like your whole soul jumps out with the blast.
And that's going to give the booster a bit of a kick, sending it in a known direction, followed shortly after by the other 2.
Super amazing.
We're through MECO.
Separation.
Watch how it separates. Watch. Boom. There goes the booster, and the booster is supposed to be caught by 2 chopsticks, but they're not doing it today. They landed in the ocean.
We're not seeing as many booster engines ignite as we expected for boost back, but we are seeing 6 good engines lit on ship. It looks like we just
On the right side is the this
Again, a reminder,
is the Starship
plane
rockets.
essentially head into the Gulf for a splashdown, but it has shut its engines down early on into boost back. And we just see one of the RBAC, so we're now running on 5 engines on ship. We do have engine out capability, so it's going to continue into its ascent. You got booster on the left there, ship on the right.
And check this.
Avionics power
Again,
and
we are
telemetry
not
nominal.
planning on bringing the booster back for this flight, as this was the very first time. All right, so we're about 3 minutes 50 seconds into.
Here's the camera.
Just a reminder that
Check out the camera off of the satellite. This is a satellite launch. It's a mimicking a satellite launch. They put a camera on the satellite, and it's coming out of the bay. It's deploying out of the rocket ship. That's so cool. And the door is closing. There it is. They got lights and cameras. They got the SpaceX logo and everything on there. That's so. Look at the icing on the left, right above my head. Oh man, I wanted to see more. That's Tim Dodds, everybody. Tim Dodds. Everyday astronaut, Tim Dodds.
All right, so we are coming up on.
They were showing it earlier. I didn't want to get off of this. And then to give you an idea of what was going on.
Cameras on these that are going to attempt to look back.
They were launching each one of these.
You know, fill Starship up all the way.
You see how they're launching it?
60 or so these Starlinks, being able to deploy deploy
These
them.
are the size of the Starlink
You know,
satellites.
it's going to be important for designing the overall mission profile.
Yeah. Now, fans of Starship may know that Starlink enables lots of unprecedented views, both from space, as we see here, and on Earth. In addition
They
to
look like
Starlink,
LCD screens, to tell you the truth.
we also have mobile Starlink camera kits deployed in the Indian.
Yay! They're throwing space junk! Yay!
Also connect our aerial cinematography
More space junk!
Starbase
Woo!
at other strategic camera spots around Texas.
It's all part of how it all comes together to tell the
Everybody's like cheering.
of Starship both on and off planet.
Yep.
And that's the fuel tank on the bottom, by the way.
All right, we're getting low on the stack. Looks like we got 2 more of those simulators to go out, and then it will be time for our Dodger Dogs, those modified Starlink satellites.
And that's their space command.
Updates while we continue.
That's what the space command looks like.
Did get confirmation. We're going to be skipping that.
NASA's so far behind, right?
Just due to everything that we saw on the way uphill.
And we're gonna go towards the end.
Buoy cam
Starship is
catching
landed.
it.
Good showtime.
Boom! Epic! Epic! Yes! Clip it, baby! Clip it! Clip it! Clip it! Yeah! That's the best part. That is the best part. Everybody loved it.
May sound like to hear, but it is the truth.
Best part.
We, you know, at the beginning of the show,
That you enjoyed those.
Bit with ship, we were invited down in Star Factor.
As well as the Code X for
Here it is. There it is again. The camera from the mock Starlink satellite. This is the mock Starlink satellite. This is what it looks like. I guess that's a sensor. We never get to see the outside. This is the first time we ever get a camera from space looking at the rocket. This is the first time. The light is hitting the camera. That is so beautiful. I love it. I love it. I have to screenshot that. I have to screenshot it. Dude, I had to screenshot that. That's like one of my favorite views. That was it. That is it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching Fat Jesus Live. I thank you, everybody, for watching this amazing rocket ship. Woo! That was an amazing explosion towards the end.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, trying to improve me. Why you do that to me? I don't wanna be with you. Don't tell me that you're sorry. All you do is bother me. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I wanna run away every time when you're with me. You want me to stay just because you need me. I wanna run away every time when you're with me. You want me to stay just because you need me. I just wanna run, I just wanna hide, I just wanna be on my own sometimes. Don't you ever say that I didn't try. Don't you ever say that you don't know why. I'm saying goodbye. Do you get it now?
Boom! Woo!
Do you get it now?
I'm saying goodbye.
There's no way that we can fix it now. Stay away from me. You bring me down and you hold me back. You're
That's a great ending. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Don't tell me that you're sorry. All you do is lie to me. Don't know what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely
I
wild.
wanna run away every time when you're with me. You want me to stay just because you need me. I wanna run away every time when you're with me. You want me to stay just
Thank you so much for watching Fat Jesus Live.
and try. Don't you ever say that you don't know why. I'm saying goodbye. Do you get it now? I'm saying goodbye. Do you get it now? I'm saying goodbye. Don't you tell me that I didn't try. Tell me that I didn't try. Tell me that I didn't try. Don't you say that. Don't you say you don't know why. Don't you say you don't know why. Don't you say it. I'm saying goodbye. Do you get it now? I'm saying goodbye. Do you get it now? I just wanna run. I just wanna hide. I just wanna be on my own sometimes. I'm saying goodbye. Do you get it now? I'm saying